This is Michael Rony Mullick, and you are watching the pre-market show. So the all-important US Fed decision is finally out, and as expected, instead of 50 basis point, they have raised it to 75 basis point. So now the interest rate stands at 1.75 percentage. So in line with expectation, it was announced, and markets have reacted positively to it. Markets, maybe they are thinking the worst is over, because after continuously falling for 5 consecutive days, the markets in the US have finally ended in the green. So that is something good, but it did not shoot up like crazy, but it mindly ended up in the green by 1%, 2% like that. So let us open the US index and see how the things are looking over there. This is the chart of S&P 500, and you can see it has shot up 1.45% yesterday. So that is something good. So the markets were already opened with a gap up, and it was trading around that level. So it moved down significantly, it moved up significantly, but again it ended at 1.45% in the green. Coming to Nasdaq, it is slightly more positive than the other, because it was sold off aggressively. It was down 35-36%. So now the Nasdaq is standing at 2.5% positive, and Dow Jones is at 1% positive. So overall, the US markets have ended finally in the green, and the global futures, the US markets are still trading in the green. And coming to the Asian markets, most of them are slightly positive, excepting Hong Kong market, which is slightly flat, and the Chinese market are negative by 0.48%. Other than that, the Japanese markets are up by 1.4%. It is currently trading at 1.4% up. So you can see huge gap up was there in the Japanese market because of the positive cues from the US market, but now that was sold off as well. But now let's see where it ends. And the Korean market is also up 1.4%. So taking cues from the US market, we see that the SGX Nifty is also up. We can see the SGX Nifty is trading around 15,800 levels, which is indicating 100 points or 120 points gap up. That is not something significantly up as we were expecting, but thankfully it is on the upside. The markets did not crash or panic, which we were expecting that the markets can do on the downside, because most probably the markets were sold off at all around the world, and as I said, they were expecting that the worst is over. So that is why the markets did not react negatively to it, and it slightly ended in the positive. Now coming to the commodities, so we have the crude oil prices coming down after announcement from the US to ramp up their production of the oil refineries. So that is why the crude oil prices are slightly down, $116. So that is something good. But the dollar index, it is still up, but it is down as well. So 104.9, it needs to come down significantly, and USD INR is slightly gaining strength at 77.92. So overall things look positive after many days, but again, how much of positivity will sustain in the coming days is important. Now coming to our markets, today is an all important expiry day, so markets are opening are indicating a gap up, but let us see where it the first 15 minutes, if the gap up holds or not. Talking about levels, we have the 16,850 levels as important resistance, and above that 15,950 to 16,000 is going to act as a major resistance level on the upside, and on the downside 15,682 is a support level which the markets have been trying to break multiple times. So that should hold today as well. 15,680 should be watched on the downside. Coming to Bank Nifty, 34,000 on the upside and 33,000 on the downside is something you can watch out for. So if Nifty indicates 150 points gap up in Bank Nifty, you can expect a 300 to 400 points gap up. That means the market will open around 33,700, and so 34,000 will be acting as a resistance on the upside, and again on the downside. So the lows made multiple days around 33,200 levels should be important for Bank Nifty as well. So this is the markets and how it is looking currently. Talking about the US VIX and the India VIX, the US VIX have crashed almost close to 10% yesterday. It is down by 9.37%, and this time it is below 30. Well, slightly below 30, it is at 29.61 is the US VIX. So that is again good that the volatility has come down, because now the people have a slight clarity regarding the uh, hike in the US. So, and in coming to India VIX, it was up yesterday because of the anticipation of the news, but it should cool down today because everything is out, and in the coming days maybe the markets can consolidate and then try to move higher. Now, in these kind of markets, we do not expect an immediate V-shaped recovery, and if it does, it won't sustain. So if the market can consolidate around this level a bit and then it can go up, that would be more sustainable for the markets. So today is an expiry day, and we have seen that in Bank Nifty, people have expecting a range of 33,000 to 34,000, and in Nifty, these people have sold a put option at 15,000. So these people should be making money, and they were taking a huge risk because the market could have crashed if the markets did not react positively to the interest rate hike news. But right now everything seems fine, and the people who had sold 15,000 put option should be gaining their entire premium they had received. And on the upside, 16,000 still stand as the highest OI build-up. So 16,000 should not break, at least in today's trade. If it is broken, we can expect a major short covering happening in the markets, and the markets can move up even higher from here. So that is something to watch out for. So 16,000 on the upside, and on the downside 15,682 is something you should be watching out in today's market. So as usual, the first 15 minutes would be important to watch out for, and then see how the markets are reacting, if the gap up sustains, if it is moving higher. And also after 2 p.m. We know that the markets become very, very bearish. Sometimes the FII starts come and start selling, and they were already selling when the markets are down, and if the markets are higher on the today, they can again sell for a huge amount. So that is something to be kept in mind. It's an expiry day, so consider the market to be volatile, and hopefully it will be range bound. We are not expecting major movements, and hopefully things will be fine. And again, we will discuss everything, how the US markets are reacting, because sometimes what happens on an event day like yesterday in the US markets, the markets react to the way people are positioned, and only the next day we get a clear picture of which side the markets are going to trend. So today's market in the US is going to be important as well. And so with all those news, how the markets have ended in India, how the markets are trading in US, we will be returning with all those information in the post market show at 11:15 p.m. at night. So have a good day, and thank you for watching.